What's good, Riot fam? Welcome back to another commentary. This is commentary 5, Out of Bounds, giving y'all the inside scoop on what goes down making these episodes, the problems we run into, how the ideas come to be, and everything in between. All right, this episode, I don't know how y'all feel about this episode. It's pretty funny, but
it didn't.
I'm a big fan.
So whenever we wrote it, I was I pretty much I feel like I spearheaded this episode.
Yeah, you took it. You knocked this shit
it,
out in like
and
1 minute. I'm with you, Money. I'm a huge fan of
this script though, like it didn't hit the way it was supposed to. Like LeBron's overall displeasure for this whole scene and everything, like didn't come across as much as I'd wanted it to. And then there were some jokes in here that I just refused to let go. And you see it kind of like being like a little bit of a jumbly mess. Like, and whenever you see him walk in, like it also didn't hit quite as hard. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much, because the Warriors had just won. I mean, the Grizzlies had just won the game. So basically, Dylan Brooks, like, I don't know if you heard, but I'm the best player in the world again. Like, because Dylan Brooks walks around, thinks that he is, and LeBron's just not having it. And then when he's talking about, yeah, it just took a shit, didn't even stink. Like, it makes me wonder how many people are like, oh, that's really funny that, you know, this dude shit don't even stink no more. Or if they were just like, I don't really get it. Took a shit earlier, didn't even smell. Didn't even
hilarious,
stink.
dog.
So this episode was just like me putting jokes in here, thinking they were really funny with really no beginning, middle, or end to the story. It was just basically, I like these jokes, so let's put them in here and see what happens. This episode didn't perform as well as our other episodes had.
It didn't perform as well, but I'm a big fan of this, dog. When he says,
I
didn't even have to wipe. Hilarious.
It didn't even stink.
He says he didn't have to wipe, right? Oh, no, that's at the end. He says, I'm going to take me one of them stinkless shits I'm known for. Probably won't even wipe.
yeah. I'm going to take... Probably won't even need to wipe.
He said, I'm going to take a stinkless shit I'm known for. Like, you're known for stinkless shits? No one's known for that. Get the fuck out of here. And then LeBron's like, he just said he wasn't going to wipe his ass.
Don't stink out.
His shit don't stink. At least that's what he thought until he got real humbled.
It don't stink that much. He's an $80 million man.
Shit, no doubt.
Happy for him. I thought it was pretty disrespectful. I thought it was disrespectful the way he was getting done in free agency. Anyways, I was like, you shouldn't sign this dude to nothing. I'm like, he's a valuable player, dude. Like,
he is.
I don't know if I give him that much, but he's a valuable player. And to say like this dude don't got a place in the league is wildly disrespectful.
Dylan Brooks is good. He had one bad stretch. He got in his own head a little bit. It seemed like that's all it was, man. It was just a bad playoff stretch. Like, this dude has performed well in the playoffs before. He's a good player.
He's exceeded expectations, to say the least.
And he is. He's a good defender.
Yeah. And then boom, I think this is Pool Boy.
No, is it?
Right? Is this the first episode?
No, this is
whenever LeBron is bullying these dudes.
This was Game 7. So this was Draymond Green's plan to beat the Kings in Game 7. So they're trying to figure it out. And what was it? Wait, is that this one? Is this? I don't even remember what this is.
Nah,
this
is
is
a pool party, and you're all invited.
Beat the Kings.
Draymond Green's plan is to call De'Aaron Fox and tell him his mom died. Fuck his head up. He says, "Let's call him and tell him his mom died." What's wrong with you?
Fine, tell him her titties exploded.
That
line is that's a funny joke.
Yeah, this one is funny.
This was one of those ones where everyone was like, "Where's the punch in the face? Why didn't Jordan Poole get punched? Why didn't you have Draymond punch him?"
Yeah, they want to punch. We can't punch him in the face every single episode. We can do it most episodes, but not every single one. That's too much. That's too much.
Not every.
But yeah, there's this.
And then they basically just come to the conclusion that let's just call De'Aaron Fox and tell him his mom's dying, like, because he's like, well, we could just have a pool party and everybody's invited. They're like, call De'Aaron, like.
Yeah,
get rid
Jordan
of
Poole's like, I got this. All right, fuck this. We can't put it in Jordan Poole's hands. Call him. And then they went on to beat him in Game 7. And Steph Curry had that super iconic performance. He broke the record for most points ever in a Game 7, and got to hold that for a few weeks until Jason Tatum broke it.
This is pretty much our bet. I think this is our number one performing episode, possibly too.
This episode went
not
crazy.
Number one. You're right. It was Pool Boy, but this is the top 3 for sure.
This is number 2.
Incredibly well. And this episode, this was the beginning.
This is LeBron's.
The beginning of the Warriors-Lakers series.
Yeah.
So we opened it up with, because there was a lot on the line for this. Like, if LeBron lost to Steph in this series, like, it was gonna hurt his legacy a little bit. People were starting to talk shit. So we put it into, we made LeBron having a nightmare where he's getting beat up on by the Warriors again, and he's gonna lose, and then he gets killed by him, and he wakes up in his bed, and it was all just a nightmare. And turns
How
out
much
that
y'all think would
This
have
was all
hurt
just a
his
wet
legacy?
nightmare.
this was
I
a
don't know
wet
how much
nightmare.
I don't know how much it hurts his legacy. It's like it would have in the moment, but I think people like, especially if the Warriors lose to the Nuggets and Steph, doesn't like if he
Yeah,
gets into the ring over him, then yeah, then it's like a big deal.
yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it's like too big of a issue. But at the
People were
time,
just excited to talk shit.
Yeah,
That's all
that's
it was.
it.
People were just getting excited
Facts.
to
It
talk
would have
shit
been a
on
bad
LeBron
look,
like they
but
always are.
it
And
wouldn't
like,
have. You're right. It wouldn't have hurt his
I mean,
legacy per
but how
se,
many
but
cats?
it's a bad
How many
look.
cats in year 20? Like how many cats in year 20 are held to such a high standard? Is my thing. Like that'd be like knocking
No
Jordan
way.
for not winning the ring with the Wizards, dog. Like miss me with this shit. Like this dude's exceeded expectations. He's old now. He's still getting it in. He led the league in scoring 2 years ago, I think, or was pushing it, and he led the league in assists 2 years ago, or whatever it was. So he was pushing like leading the league in scoring too. So leave this dude alone.
Well,
Like,
everybody else in
just
year
let him
20,
enjoy
we're
LA.
sitting here talking shit on him at home, like, go home, Roger. Like, you suck. It's time to get out of the league. But this dude's
Yeah. And now we're talking about where's the ring?
like, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Like you gonna get another one or what?
He had a wet nightmare in this one, though. That shit's funny. Here it is. This is the one, guys. This is the best performing episode ever. So this was right after Lakers had just came out and beat up on the Warriors. And so we opened up with it's La Bully again. He's got Clay and Steph in a wedgie, and there's nothing they can do. Y'all ain't so tough without KD no more. And Clay and Steph they can't do anything. They asked Dre to help them out, and Dre's basically, "What do you want me to do? I'm washed." Like they don't have an answer. And then that's whenever the birth of Pool Boy happens. No need to fear, guys. Pool Boy is here.
This was after the game whenever
he's about to catch him.
Jordan Poole, didn't he pull up from like way deep?
Oh yeah, that was that game.
And
then he bricked it, and everybody was all pissed off at him.
What the hell is this guy doing?
But yeah, so this was the birth of Pool Boy, and what's funny is that he was not supposed to be Pool Boy in the original script. Like this happened accidentally, kind of. Like when we wrote this script first, it was just the idea was he pulls out the brick and throws it to save the day, which is what happened in the game. He shot the shot to save the day, and then he bricked it. The original script was Jordan Poole just pulls out the brick and hits Steph in the head with it. And whenever we put it into production, I was drawing Jordan Poole. I was putting him in the scene. I was like, man, that'd be fun if we just put him in a cape. And then I just stuck Pool Boy on his chest. I was like, oh, this shit's funny. And then I called you, Trent, and I was like, yo, add some stupid ass da 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 in here. And like, let's turn this guy into like a jackass, like vigilante wannabe hero. And it just happened. And the plan was not to like leave him as Pool Boy, but we did it, and the fans went absolutely crazy for it. Oh, also the suck brick kid.
So it was a must-have.
That's a shout out to Home Alone. Home Alone 2. Whenever he throws the brick at Macaulay Culkin, suck brick kid. So we had to pay homage to that.
Throws it at him from the roof. Yeah.
Funny thing about this episode too, y'all, is so right here it hits Steph in the head with the brick. That's funny. He knocks him out. Steph Curry's mom actually liked this episode on our social media, so that's funny too.
She's probably happy to see him go.
This episode,
call out the doctor.
This episode got flagged and got us in a little bit of trouble. It got flagged and was removed from one of the platforms. I think TikTok removed this episode. Said it was
for what?
Because we show. So this episode was right after Chris Paul got hurt again in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And we basically did a joke of like he goes to the doctor. You're old here, and especially here. And so the doctor shows him his chart, and Trent, press play again. I don't know why it's not looping. So we can see the chart, but you'll see the chart, and this is why it got flagged. So what's wrong with Chris?
I couldn't even fucking believe that you tried to squeeze this in there like it wasn't going to be
that was stupid. Whatever. So right here's the chart. He's
made no sense.
Here, and then you can see he's developing a tiny vagina in his shoulder. But the thing is, like, I didn't draw like an actual vagina. I just drew it's just like a little pink smudge. It's like a little pink silhouette.
But you said it's a vagina, so that makes it a vagina.
Yeah, right. But that little move right there got this episode flagged and got it removed from TikTok. But it's super funny, mad disrespectful. And then he at the end of it, he hops off. He's talking about I'm not old. He hops off and hurts himself again, just even hopping off that little stand. Also, I want to get your all's thoughts on this. Everyone that sees this episode and other episodes of... Go ahead. I was saying this episode. I want to
No, go
know what
ahead.
your all thoughts are on this because I never even asked you guys. Everyone that sees this and other Chris Paul episodes says that Chris Paul looks like Kyrie Irving. Y'all think that looks like Kyrie Irving?
Nah, it looks like Chris
Shit,
Paul.
probably a little bit. I mean, we only have so many heads and bodies and shit, but you can tell it's Chris. Like,
That's
it is what it is. So
I was proud of this drawing. I drew this. Usually Trent does the head drawings because he's better than me at it. But I was really proud of this. Chris Paul's like, man, I fucking killed this, and then the fans
Nah, I
just
think that
shit
looks
on
good.
me.
I think that
yeah, it looks
Paul,
fine.
I think that's one of your better designed characters for sure.
I thought so
Fuck
too,
it.
man. The fans shit
Good
on
job.
me though.
Fuck them fans.
Yeah, fuck y'all. Nah, we just playing.
If y'all think the drawings suck, make fun of them. That shit's funny to me.
Definitely.
Like someone said, God, what they say? Someone said the Pat Riley you drew looked like.
That one I knew was. I knew the Pat
I don't
Riley
remember
was
what they
bad.
said, but I was like,
Yeah.
Pat Riley's the worst fucking character drawing that we've done.
It was probably the Dame episode.
It was. We'll talk about that later. We got like 2.5 minutes, so let's knock this one out. That's gonna be the last one for this one.
That's what I was about to say.
All right,
but this episode,
fantastic.
This was one of my favorites
episode.
that we did during the Warrior series. It's written well. The jokes play on themselves. We didn't have to like try to come up with anything too creative. It's just an old war veteran shooting. People are shooting from the corner, shooting from the top. This shit
old man dealing with
everything
PTSD.
I wanted.
Yeah, this was
everything I wanted it to be when this shit turned out.
This was right after the Warriors had beat the Lakers, and LeBron has PTSD again, post-traumatic Steph disorder. Because you already know Steph's been beating up LeBron his whole career, and he's got PTSD from it. And they talked to the doctor about it, and apparently this phenomenon has been going all around the league, and nobody knows what's going on. But yeah,
I wish we could probably.
That's some shit.
The end of this one's mad.
This
funny.
dude's sitting over here. The blanket in his lap is super funny too. Like the way that he looks in general is just it's fantastic. Couldn't ask for anything better than this shit.
The doctor has one solution for him.
This is one of those
episodes. He says, lock him in a loony bin. It's probably best you commit him.
That's the doctor's go-to.
Yeah,
put him down or put him in somewhere.
I feel like I say this a lot, but for real this time, this to me is one of the better episodes. This one is
It's one of the better ones for sure. So, but we're coming back. We'll be back with more commentary, more goodies along the way for you guys. Time's running out fast, so we're about to hit you up with some new commentary on Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, all that shit. So stay tuned.
All right, thanks for tuning in.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.